So I want to talk about porn and novelty because I think all of us experience it. Again, if maybe you started watching porn last week, last month, even a year, maybe you haven't found yourself having that moment where you get done watching porn and masturbating and have that sort of guttural, like, what did I just watch?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like almost a shock factor of, I didn't know I had the capacity to want that in me, and I just found it arousing, right? And this is the reality of novelty, that novelty, just like pornography in and of itself, creates arousal in the brain,
Yeah.
releases dopamine and taps into dopaminergic pathways. So does novelty. And the interplay of porn, and then once porn isn't good enough in and of itself, regular hardcore pornography, like Jordan Peterson says, then you find yourself going to kink and then violence and then kink
Hmm.
and violence before it escalates to the point
Yeah.
where you act out in some dramatic way, oftentimes crossing the flesh barrier. And an important point that he makes is that serial rapists or the people that do the worst things on earth, they don't start doing that thing, right? It's
Hmm.
not the first act that they made where they
Hmm.
were crossing the boundary. It was a little bit at a time, then
Yeah.
looking for a little more, then a little more, and then a little more. And that drift from their ideals creates a new depraved ideal, a new condition, and a new impulse and desire for that thing where, you might find yourself going to something today after, say, 10, 15, 20 years of pornography use, that when you started viewing porn, you would never imagine. You would never even think about. You would even be repulsed or adverse to. And that's a good indication, again, reducing the shame around it, reducing the the self-hatred that we have towards that. I do
Totally.
this. I think it's really important to just bring it into the light and to acknowledge that this is the role that this part of my brain, that these parts of
Right.
my brain at play are looking for to produce that same kind of high. And novelty plays an important role in there. So new scenes, new categories, new extremes all tap into that novelty thing in our brain that's meant to make reality really vibrant and new and enjoyable, and instead gets co-opted in fantasy and driven towards this extreme.
That's really good. Yeah. I mean, it's in it.